Wanna be Ryan the Great, and today we are handing out some awards today, guys. We're handing out my 2025 or 2024 through 2025 NBA awards. So yeah, a lot to discuss in this video. We're going to be breaking down Clutch Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved, Coach of the Year, MVP, and I think that's it if I'm not mistaken. Sixth Man of the Year, sorry, is another that we will be going over here in this video. So yeah, just giving out my awards for that. I'm never wrong, so you guys, everybody's gonna have to agree with me. But nonetheless, let's get right into the video. But before we get right into it, guys, make sure you guys subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Living Great Blogs. Make sure to subscribe to my second channel at Round the Combat Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X Round the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Round the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast, and make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter at Round the Great Podcast. And yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the video. I told you guys I wasn't going away. I'm coming back. I got a lot more. We got a lot to talk about in the next week or so. So yeah, we're just going to be going over this stuff. Let's do it. So starting off, let's get into it. Starting off with our first award, the Clutch Player of the Year. Now, I don't really care about this award. I don't think many people do. I don't know why it was brought along, but apparently it's like a major award. So I'm just gonna I'll break it down. And I know the NBA has started to count clutch stats over the past couple of seasons. So yeah, we'll just be breaking that down. So my Clutch Player of the Year, Jalen Brunson. I feel it's pretty simple. I mean, he's averaging 5.6 points per game in the clutch. 51%, 51.5% from the field in the clutch. That's that's leading the NBA. He is the go-to guy in the clutch for the New York Knicks, no doubt about it. The other guys, I think, you could put LeBron, Jokic, Trae Young up there, but I mean they don't have the statistics. I know Jokic leads an assist in the clutch, but that's just in my opinion, I don't really think that should matter. You're just setting up your teammates. You're not actually making the shot. Trae Young, he doesn't really have the statistics or the record really. I guess you could say the clutch record to be put up atop this list. So yeah, I don't think those guys deserve it. LeBron, I mean, I don't know how many clutch shots he has. He doesn't have nearly as much as Jalen Brunson. So yeah, I'm going to go Jalen Brunson for this award. Next, we have the Sixth Man of the Year. I think this is pretty obvious. Peyton Pritchard. I mean, it's really not even close. Average 14.3 points per game on 42% shooting and 40.7% from three. He only started in 3 games this season, so there's no. I think a few years ago there was like an argument of like who started more games and where that matters, but that's not a that shouldn't be the case this year. He only started in 3 games. And one of the most consistent players on the Celtics this season. Obviously, they're second in the East. If you guys have seen my video already, I think the Boston Celtics will repeat as NBA champions. And they obviously won last year as well. This is pretty much the same roster. Been one of those consistent players on the team. He's had a couple really great games as well. A lot of great games that get the media talking the next day. I mean, you have a team with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, Derek White, and Drew Holiday. He's been one of the most consistent guys on the court and has been playing great in all aspects of the game. I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker will probably be my second guy, but he just doesn't have the statistics that Peyton Pritchard would have. Hasn't made a significant amount of impact that Peyton Pritchard has had this season. So yeah, it is obvious Peyton Pritchard, obvious Sixth Man of the Year. Then my Most Improved Player of the Year. This one is I don't know. The Most Improved is kind of like tough for me because every year, because like, what's this like criteria to have a Most Improved player? Because like you'll see guys who were like number 1 overall picks. Like I know Cade Cunningham was being talked about for the award. I don't believe he deserved it because like I don't even believe he wasn't even he's not even my top 3. Because of the fact that he's a number 1 pick. You're supposed to be doing what you're doing. I understand he's on the Pistons and all, but come on, still. But anyway, my Most Improved player this season is Evan Mobley. I mean, once again, I don't really know what the criteria is. His statistics are pretty similar, but and when it comes to offensive production, he has been a lot better this season. Defensively, he's always been really, really good, but he was kind of being considered a bust, and he got turned into an all-star when Kenny Atkinson was put into place as head coach. He was able to get more shots up, and now he's out. I think he went from 15 points per game last season to 18 points per game this season. So you have to take that into consideration right there. He has made a significant impact from Cleveland Cavaliers being the 1 seed. I don't think they are the 1 seed if it's not for Evan Mobley, turning on in his offensive production. He has been absolutely incredible this season. So yeah, I would say once again I don't really know the criteria of Evan Mobley winning this. I think Zubac's another. Who else? I think I wrote this down of like who should be in there. Most improved. Reeves is another. He's averaging 20 points per game this season. But yeah, I mean, I just don't. I think Evan Mobley should be in it once again, being considered pretty much a bust going into the like as an all-star. Guys like Zubac, Reeves, I mean, they've been consistent. They haven't been like seen as busts, so say. But Mobley has been kind of seen as a bust, hasn't been really been able to produce offensively. I don't want to sound repetitive, but he's improved in that way, so we'll give him most improved. Up next, rookie of the year. Now, this is very, very tough. Well, some people think it's very, very tough. I think it is very, very obvious of who the rookie of the year is. Stephon Castle. I mean, what are we doing here? You beat the second guy, I think really the only other guy that's really in competition is Zachary Richache. I know Jalen Wells is in there as well. But I mean, let's compare the two. You have to compare Castle and Richache. So I think that's how you say his name. If I'm saying it wrong, I sincerely apologize. He's beating him in points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, steals per game, free throw percentage. He makes the right pass. He does everything right. A better basketball IQ. And let's compare their statistics. Has an 88%. He's 80 has an 88% efficiency when it comes to finishing at the rim. 66% mid range. That's all better than Richache. 37% shot quality. Richache 63%. Now that means that Stephon Castle has to take harder shots, which could explain why his field goal percentage from the field and from three is worse than Richache. I think that is, and look at the difference. It is a huge, huge difference between the two. So Stephon Castle obviously had to take a lot more shots when Victor Wembanyama got injured. So it's not even close. Like, that I think that kind of takes away the argument of that Richache shot more efficiently from the field. So yeah. And then Castle, 84% when it came to shot creation, was able to set up his teammates a lot better, which obviously leads to having him better having him better in assists per game. Richache, 45% when it comes to shot creation, not able to be the playmaker that Stephon Castle was. And obviously, Stephon Castle was had the ability to get to the line more, 91% when it came to being able to get fouled. Richache, 54%. And there's just so much more. I mean, you can look this up. I'm not going to go over it here in this video. I mean, I think his value over a replacement player was a lot better. Was able to protect the rim, better in deflections, steals, not blocks. But I mean, he just completely dominates Richache and everything when it comes to percentages and all that sort of stuff. Now, obviously, I feel like some other statistics are a bit misleading when it comes to averages in this argument. So I think you have to look at percentages. So yeah, I go with Stephon Castle. Up next, defensive player of the year. This one I feel is close. It's between Evan Mobley and Ivan Zubac, but I'm going to go with Zubac here. A better defensive rating. It is a bit close, 107.1 compared to 108.6. Zubac leading in that category. And then you look at defensive rebounds, a lot better, 8.9. Mobley 7. Did I? I don't know what I wrote for. Okay, I don't know what I wrote for the next stat here, but just ignore that. I guess I didn't go over it. He just edges out Mobley when it comes to points in the paint or giving up points in the paint. Mobley gives up just a bit more. And beating Mobley in win shares as well. You have to take that into consideration. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is defensive rebounding percentage. I'm sorry. I forget. I think I forgot to write the percent here. Right here, 27.1 compared to 21.3 defensive rebound percentage is where Zubac leads as well. Also, there's a lot harder bigs in the West. I mean, you got to go up against Holmgren, Hartenstein, Sengun, Jokic, obviously. You got to get Rudy Gobert if you want to put him up there. Well, Anthony Davis in the end. Wembanyama when he was healthy. Walker Kessler was really good over the course of the season. A lot harder to defend bigs in the West than it was in the East. Ivan Zubac, my defensive player of the year. Up next, coach of the year. Now, I feel like coaches of the year, I feel like it's a weird award because they always give it to like the best coach, but let's give it to the coach that was like really thriving to improve his team. That was JB Bickerstaff. I mean, they were the worst team in the NBA, 14-68 record the year prior. They had like what 26, 27, 28 losses straight. That's the worst in NBA history. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren, all having the best years of his career. Jalen Duren, PCL player, went to Roman Catholic, by the way. And well, obviously I'm not a Roman guy, I'm a St. Joe's Prep guy, but in the PCL, um, all having the best years of their career under JB Bickerstaff. The Cavs were expected to be a good team. Now, maybe they weren't expected to be what they were. Um, and really, the only player that was really, really improved under Kenny Atkinson was Evan Mobley. Mitchell, Garland, Allen, they were all pretty much the same. They maybe got a bit better, but I mean, there's how many years they've been together. They should be improved no matter who the coach is. But Cunningham, Ivy, Duren, all having the best years of their career. I know Ivy was injured or got injured right before the season ended. I don't think the Pistons go farther than the first round. I think the Cavs do, but this is a regular season award. But I do still think you give it to JB Bickerstaff. I know Ime Udoka's in there as well. I wouldn't mind it because I don't think anybody expected the Rockets to be the second seed this season without really a superstar on their team. The Cavs, they do have Donovan Mitchell, but I still would give it to JB Bickerstaff. And up next, this is the toughest award I think that people have to give out. The MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic. Who is the most valuable player of the season? This is the toughest award I think you have to give out over the last couple of seasons. And I don't know. It's close, but it's also not close at the same time. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, I look at all the stuff. Look at everything I have for him. I mean, leading the NBA in points per game this season. He's shown improvement in scoring at all three levels. His team has more wins by a wide margin. Jokic has a team built around him, and the Thunder still, what do you call it? And the Thunder, they're 11 and a half points per game. Less per 100 possessions without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the court. Jokic, full team built around him. They've been together for a lot more years. And, when he's off the court, Shai still has the Thunder are still worse without him on the floor. So I think that's something to take consideration there. And so without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the best offense in the NBA, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder, would be knocked down to 22nd in the NBA if Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was not on that team. Think about that. The best offense in the NBA will be knocked down to 22nd if one player was not on the team. That is absolutely bonkers. He also leads the NBA in 20, 30, 40, and point games. I mean, he's averaging 32 points per game this season. There are only 34 other players to do that. And he ranks 5th all time in true shooting percentages. So for all the people that want to say Jokic shoots better, yada, 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 you got to look at that stat right there. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, absolutely dominant this season. And for a big guard, I mean, it's one of the best shooting seasons ever. It might be one of the most dominant 32 point per game seasons we have ever seen in NBA history. And then, I mean, when it comes to advanced statistics, Jokic normally has the advantage every single year. That's not the case this season. Shai he's just edging Jokic in win shares, value over replacement player, plus minus, usage rate, and shooting efficiency. Just beating out Jokic, but every single year, everybody uses that argument. Jokic has the advantage no matter who. No matter who rivals him with it. So you have to use the argument for Shai as well. If you take away free throws, Shai is still averaging the most points in the NBA. Just look it up, man. Shai is the MVP. I don't think there's any doubt about it. He's been absolutely dominant this season. And yeah, he's the leader for this team, the best player on the best team. No doubt about it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, my MVP. So yeah, that's the awards I have to give out for the season, guys. I mean, I think some are pretty obvious. I think some are pretty close. I think Coach of the Year is pretty close. I don't think Rookie of the Year is that close. I'll be honest with you guys. A lot of people say it's very, very close. I don't think it's that close at all. I think that what do you call it? I think that Stephon Castle runs away with it. I'm gonna go. I obviously have to go with Stephon Castle. I don't know. I think that a clutch player. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I will still go with Jalen Brunson. But yeah. MVP, I'm giving it to Shai. I think you could definitely make an argument for Jokic. He's averaging like a triple-double or whatever it is this season. Obviously doing some historic things. But Shai, I think he's just been better. So yeah, that'll do it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe with the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Lindy Great Blogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Combat Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast, and make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter at Ryan the Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.